Good guys, John here back at Hudson Garage. First off, thank you for watching. This has just been awesome so far, and have faith. I'm learning. I'm gonna try and do better every time, and just bear with me on some of this stuff. But when last in episode 1, I introduced you to this 53 Hudson Coupe, and the jury was out as to what direction we were going to go with the car. You know, I envisioned it upgraded, modernized mechanically, and but I think what we're going to do is there's a few mechanical things we got to square away on. It runs and drives, but there's a few mechanical things we're going to square away, and I think we're going to add some door art to it, Hudson Garage door art on the doors, and we're going to go to all the local stuff with this car and enjoy it, and then we'll fix it as we go and move along with it. But you know, I want to drive it. But I've been really anxious to share. This channel is not about me and my stuff, but I want to share with you one last vehicle, and that's this 1965 C10. This truck, I've had this truck for years and years and years. I fell in love with this body style a long time ago. They weren't really popular years ago. They are now. And what I like about trucks, there's not really the rules there is with, you know, peer pressure with like some of the muscle car stuff. Oh, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. Trucks are kind of free form. You can just have fun with them, and I love that. But anyway, I have a son, and my only son, and I wanted him to enjoy some of the car stuff that I've always enjoyed. And you know, at some point we decided that he was going to drive it at least at the end of his high school year and have some fun with this truck. So I was lucky enough, my friend Bill and his daughter, they raced in some derbies at South Bend Speedway with the truck, and it had a 5.3 LS motor in it, and it ran really great in that truck. And when it came time to get rid of their race vehicle, we ended up with the motor, and thank you, Bill, for that. And I couldn't have done this by myself. There's a local guy, and you can see him on YouTube, LS Postal, David Stacy. He helped us a ton. It was during the pandemic when you couldn't get parts, and so we did the LS swap in his shop during that time. He did the LS swap during that time. And so yeah, it's we just love this thing, and let me walk you around it. So it's a short bed, wide side, big back window, 65 C10. It was pretty rust free when I first got it years and years ago. It's starting to show a little rust, but these trucks rusted years and years ago. This one's still pretty solid. So we got it running, and we've been doing some upgrades. A lot of this, like David Ellis Postal put the tilt wheel in this thing. We added power disc brakes to the thing, because if you got, you know, some go, you need some whoa. So we did a nice disc brake conversion on the thing. But yeah, it's the most fun vehicle we have. It's just a riot. We take it to a lot of the cruisings and car shows and stuff. And my son drives it. It's not mine, it's his truck. Let me show you the engine. Nothing special there either. Just a 5.3 LS motor. Fumble, fumble, fumble. Okay. Yeah, it's just a 5.3 LS motor. It's got cold air intake. It's got headers on it. 3-inch exhaust, and it's obnoxiously loud. And at some point we might do something about that, but like I said, we're just having a ball with it. You got to hear this thing. Let me fire it up. So yeah, it's, you know, and some people have said, well, why don't you paint it? Why don't you paint it? Yeah, sure, we'd love to, but well, sometimes vehicles die in paint hell, and it just, at some point we will, but we're just enjoying it, and everything doesn't have to be perfect all the time. If you got something laying around, get it running, man. Have fun. So anyway, yeah, so I said before, this is going to be the last of like any of my stuff that I show on here. But because it's in the background, you'll see it going forward. But we love this truck, and it's another one. It's not going anywhere. So, hey, thank you guys for watching, and I promise I'm going to take you to some interesting places, and I promise I'm going to get a lot better as I go. Thank you. Okay, we're here at the Spring Jefferson Swap Meet. The sign is the date for the fall event. We're going to take a walk around and let's see what we can find. Well, we're here at Jefferson at one of the biggest swap meets in the Midwest. I'll be turning you on and off or whatever, but you never know what you're going to see here. If you're a car guy or hell, a little bit of anything, anything with a motor on it, you might find what you need here. It's this swap meet's always been good to us over the years, and I got my longtime friend Rich here with me. We're gonna get some of his input at some time, but let's look around on this rainy day at Jefferson and see what we can get into. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do some ins and outs here as we go. But here's a place. Let's say you're throwing a car together. You got disc brake conversions. You got, you know, power brake stuff, rack and pinion stuff, glass. A lot of stuff available in one place if you need it. If you made a list of what you need before you came up, it's a good way to get your shopping done. Across the way here, you got projects for sale. We'll see a lot more of those. But back here looking around at Jefferson on at the old swap meet here. Hey, listen, if you're walking around these things, always take a look at the storyboards in the background, because you'd be surprised something off the wall might show up on there. There's a 65 Riviera on this for a pretty good price. Love those cars. So just saying, if you're walking around these things, always talk to people and see what else they have. Look at the storyboards. Just kind of keep your eyes open. All right, we're gonna keep looking. Hey, so we're out here at one of the spots, and I've got a nephew that's doing an old Catalina, and parts are really tough to get. And here's something you should do for your friends. Keep them in mind. If you see somebody that might have something they need, grab a phone number, help somebody. All right, well, we're gonna keep going here. Said it before and I'll say it again, you see the oddest stuff at Jefferson. Yeah, just a crazy Sport Fury Grand Coupe.
Huge by large.
Ridiculous land yacht, but cool.
Going fast, it's just kind of having.
Look what you see at Jefferson. An early model Hemi, dual quad Hemi up there on the thing, and then a nice front clip for an old 68, 69 Chevy truck. You never know what you're gonna see here. We're all the way at the back of the place, and there's just acres to walk. Back to the never know what you're gonna see at Jefferson. It's an Avion slide-in camper. I think it's awesome. It would clean up really cool. Yeah, so back at Jefferson here, one of the resources you have up here is all the aftermarket sheet metal. It's usually for a lot of the popular cars, but it sure helps instead of trying to patchwork quilt some of the stuff that's there, to just start with clean panels. And they're not perfect, like, you know, as far as fit like the originals, but you end up with a nice project if you just take your time and try to fit them. But it's nice to see the stuff still readily available. Two dinosaurs. We've been up here a couple hours, and I don't think we've made it quarter way through yet, but one of the things you see up here is a lot of power sports stuff, snowmobiles, four-wheelers, go-karts, mini bikes. It's and there's deals to be had if it's something you're into. Can't say enough about Jefferson. Love it. When was the last time you guys seen a Ford Courier pickup truck? pretty crazy. Pretty cool little truck. You could do like a modern little 4-cylinder into it or something. Actually, this one looked like it was really clean. It's pretty windy out here, but I wanted to stop and I say again, you never know what you're gonna see out here. This dual snorkel hood is for a like what 72, 73 Firebird Formula. I don't remember seeing a lot of them way back when. Here's a pretty decent hood right here. Another rare one is a Buick GS 400 hood with the rolling simulated scoops there. Really hard hood to find. So yeah, you never know what you're gonna see here. Just like every other year at Jefferson, truck parts are plentiful. If you want to fix up an older truck and you want a rust-free bed, you're miles ahead starting with rust-free stuff. Pretty cool. So am I walking around? I really was going to buy anything today, but if I walk out of here with something, brand new reproduction fenders, quality looks decent for my kid's little C10 that I might go ahead and pull the trigger before I leave. So this is my friend Dave's. Dave is a wild man. Dave used to be my neighbor. So what he did was he took a patinaed southwestern cab and put it on a modern frame. He bagged it, did the Cummins swap with the 5-speed, and Dave uses this truck like a truck. He drives all over the place. We'll catch him locally and we'll do an interview with him, but it's really cool.